So, hey guys, welcome back to Android Studies Jam session 2. And in this session, you will be developing your first Android app. So, I guess in the previous session, we touched upon the basics of the Kotlin, but in today's session, you will be developing your first Android app. And even if you don't know Kotlin, or even if you know just some basics, then also it's fine. I will retouch some concepts of Kotlin in this session, guys. So this session is conducted in collaboration with GSET, and we have the lead and facilitator of GSET over here. So can you give your intro?
Hello guys, my name is Darda Melja. I'm a student of GH Patel College of Engineering and I'm a good developer as well as a GDSC lead of GSET.
All right, guys. So, do you guys have any question before starting the session? Any questions? So, I think you don't have any questions for now. Even if you have any questions, then you can drop in the comment section, and we will be answering them in the end of the session, guys. So, I think let's start the session, guys. So, let me share my screen. All right. So today's focus of this session is, guys, creating the UI in Android. I think in the previous session we did some basics of the Kotlin. Uh, as a prerequisite, you need for the previous session was Kotlin Playground, Android Studio, and Emulator. But you can just sit around and just watch the session and follow after the session. So let's start. So if we talk about user interfaces in Android, then uh, that's how it looks. You can see some user interface on your screen. For example, my article and some text written over here. So basically, a user interface is the part of your screen where you interact. So you can tell that user interface, and whatever you are seeing on your user interface, it's everything is a view, guys. Okay, so here you can see the title, it's a text view. Here you can see another my article, it's again a text view. Here you can see images, guys. These all images are image views. And in the same way, in Android we have a lot of views, in our Android. For example, button can also be called as view, and we will dive deep later on and explore some more views that uh, you can use in your Android app. So, these views are not arranged in a random order on your screen, guys. For example, let's just say that this this my article is above the main text. For example, you can see the bold text over here. My article is above this text, and this the article, the normal text is below the bold text, guys. Okay, so this is not present in any random order. For example, this bold text is not present after my article, and these all are present in, you know in a systematic way. And these all views are, you can say, these all views are, contained inside a view group. So view group will help you to develop view group will help you to arrange this way in a systematic way. So let me show you. As you can see, these are all views, guys. You can see on your screen, this is a text view, this is an image view, and this layout is containing all of the view, guys. Okay, so you can also read over here. A view usually draws something to the user, and user can interact with this view. And view group is the, is kind of like an invisible container where, it just structures your whole view. It is not visible to the user, but view group, it just defines your structure of the view. And as a developer, you will be designing this view group in your Android Studio. So as I told you guys, everything is a view. Hello Android is a text view, it's an image view, and button is also one type of view, guys. So I think let's dive deep into the Android Studio, guys. Okay. So first of all, before starting this session, let me show you guys what we will be building in this session. So wait a minute. Okay, so as you can see, okay, you can't see, I guess. So let me just share my whole screen. Okay, so you guys can see my phone screen, and what we will be creating in this session is a happy birthday app. Okay, so if you want to wish your friend a happy birthday with the help of an app, so that's what we will be creating in this session. So you can send this app to your friend, and as soon as he or she will open up the app, he will see this UI on his phone, and as soon as he will click it, then a music will be played. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but let me just turn up the volume. Okay, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but Happy Birthday tune will be played, guys. And once again, on clicking on me, this music will be stopped. Okay, so the music is stopped, guys. So without wasting any more time, guys, let's get into this. So, do you guys have any questions before starting this session? You can drop in before starting this session, guys. Any questions, guys? Okay, so I think it's you guys can drop in your questions, and we will answer it at the end of the stream. So yeah, let's fire up the Android Studio and start building the apps, guys. Okay, which language we will use? We will be using Kotlin language. Uh, we will be using Kotlin language. So even if you don't know Kotlin language, guys, then don't worry. I will touch upon some basics for the Kotlin. So don't worry on that part. So whenever you will fire up the Android Studio, this is how it will look. I mean, not like this. You won't be having projects, but it will be simple. And to create a new project, guys, you just need to click on this new project button, and it will open up a new. Uh, okay, so it will open up this window of new project where you need to select. You have a lot of options, and this all options comes in. They have a lot of options. For example, if you directly want login activity, then you can just select login activity. If you want that you need maps in your activity and you need to be directly implemented, then you can just select this Google Maps activity. But as of now, guys, we will be selecting an empty activity. So just select it and click on the next. And in this part, you need to give name for our application. So we are creating a happy birthday app. So let's just name it happy birthday, and package name will be declared, and this package name should be unique, guys. Okay, so com.textjd.happy birthday, and this should be unique for every app, uh, if and only if you are planning to upload it on the Play Store, because every app on the Play Store should have a unique package name, or else your app will be rejected. Then you can just select the location, and you need to select the language between Java and Kotlin. So we will be using Kotlin. SDK is nothing but software development kit. These are all the API levels. So every Android version is mapped with certain API levels. For example, this 4.1 is 16 and the latest 11 is 30. But as of now, we will be using 5.0, the Lollipop one, which just runs on 98% of the devices. If we will select 11, then you can see that whatever app we will build, it will only run on 24% of devices, guys. So choose it wisely. because a lot of libraries, gives trouble if you will use some low API versions. But 5.0 is a normal, and I think your app should run on most of the devices. So after doing this, let's just click on the finish button, guys. Okay, so as soon as you will click on the finish button, a window will be popped up, and as you can see, the project is setting up, and it will depend on your system configuration, because Android Studio is a very heavy software and it takes time. So if you have an i3 system, then it will take up a lot of time. So it's preferable to use a system with i5 and 8 GB RAM. That's the minimum you should have. Or you can use it in i3, but it will lag a lot, because even if I have an i5 and 8 GB RAM, but still it lags sometimes. So as you can see, it's setting up, and it has finished setting up the project. And these are the two files that will already be opened. So let's just close them for now, and let me show you the structure. So inside this app, you have three main folder: manifests, Java, and resources. So whatever layout you will be building, it will be inside this resources folder. Whatever, for example, let's just say colors you will be adding different icons. It will be inside this resources folder. You will be adding some images. It will be inside these resources folder, guys. And whatever UI will be developing, for example, we will be working on the main activity in this application. So we will be developing our UIs over here. So this was all about resources. And Java is the main folder where you will write main logic of your UI. Okay, so UI will be responsible to show the views, but the main activity, for example, I show you in the app that on clicking on the click me button, it plays the music. That all the things will be done by the your main logic, which will be inside this Kotlin file. And this is the manifest file. And manifest file, it's kind of like, uh, you can say it is a very important part of your application, because whatever activity you will be declaring, whatever components you will be declaring in your application should go inside this. And another main functionality of manifest file is to declare permission. So let's just say that you are developing an app which requires an internet permission. Then you need to declare inside the manifest file that, hey, I need an permission for internet, or else your app will give you error. For example, let me show you how to declare permission. So you can just use this open bracket, write uses permission, and just click enter. Android Studio will auto complete it, and you can see that it has a lot of permissions which you can access. For example, I was saying about the internet, so you can just add the internet permission, and just don't forget to close the bracket. Let's just say you need a permission to uh, you need permission for, let's say, you need the battery status. So you can just write this permission, and I think it will depend on the is only granted to system apps. So you can't get this permission for normal apps. Let's just say you need background location of the user, guys. So you can just use this. Okay, and in this way you can just play around with this. I will drop a link for a documentation by the Android team. You can just read about the types of permission. So that was all about the manifest file. So let's dive deep into the layout. And these are the two main files where we will be working. So every Android app has a main activity. Okay, in this case, it is already declared main activity. But even if you want to change this main activity, then you can. I will show you how. So let's say that you don't want this main activity to be your main activity of the app. You want some another main activity. So you can just click on this folder, like at the very root, and right click it, click on new, and you can select empty activity, and then you can just name your activity, and you can tick this launcher activity. So this activity will be your main activity of the application. But after doing this, don't forget to go into the manifest file and remove this intent filter. Otherwise, there will be two main activities in your applications, and two applications will be installed on your phone. Okay, so don't forget to remove this. This filter should only be present in one of the activities, or else your app will show some weird behaviors. So don't forget to remove this if you are declaring some another activities, guys. So let's just go into this file, xml. So whatever UI will be, you will be drawing or you will be developing, it will be inside this XML file. So we are developing UI for the main activity. So that's why it's named as activity main.xml. You will be, for example, if you will be having some different activity, let's just create a new activity. So let's create a new empty activity and name it as a new activity. So layout name will be automatically declared, and let's just finish it. Okay, you won't be getting that option. And after adding anything to the project, it will again sync, and it's a new activity. So whatever you want to show inside this new activity, guys, it will be whatever you want to show inside this new activity. You will be developing the UI for this inside this activity underscore new dot xml. So we won't be doing anything in this, so let's just close it for now, and let's just explore more option. So as I was saying previously, that everything in android in a ui is a view. Okay, so you can see that it is a text view which has been shown into the center of the screen. And I also told you that these views are not arranged in a random way. You can see these views are constrained, and these views are present inside a view group. And in this case, constraint layout is used as a view group. But in this session we won't be using constraint layout, because it is a little bit time consuming to use this view group constraint layout, because it takes time to design views in this view group, guys. So what we will be using in this session is relative layout, because it is pretty easy to draw to develop uis using relative layout. But if you are developing some project for large scale application, then constraint layout is a recommended view group. Okay, so what is a relative layout? It will arrange your views, whatever views you will be adding. So as I was saying, these are some of the common views: text view, button, image view, and recycler view. I think we will be doing recycler view in the next session. That means tomorrow. And there are a lot of views. These are edit texts. These are types of buttons you can access. These are web view, video view. You can explore this, guys, and you can explore it. There are a lot of type of view, but as of now, for our purpose, what we will be using is a text view to show the happy birthday text, an image view to display the cupcake image which was shown in the app, and a button which will be used to play the music, guys. Okay, so we have declared a relative layout, and what relative layout gives us is that we can arrange our views relative to each other. For example, I want, let's just start. So let me remove this. Okay. So now everything is blank, and we will be starting from the very scratch. And let's just say that we were having that happy birthday text on our screen. So that is a text, and to display a text on your screen, you need a text view. So you can just write text view, wrap content. You can specify width and height according to you. Okay. After this, you can add a text of happy birthday, and it's shown. Even so, if you don't want to write this text view, you can just let me delete and show you that how we can do this automatically. You can just click on this common, I mean, like wherever your view is, text view and just drag it, guys. Okay, so text view will be displayed. So in this way you can have it directly. If you are a beginner, then it's pretty helpful. But if you are at a stage, at a good stage, then no one will use this drag and drop. This is useful. And I think now Jetpack Compose is also launched. So you know uh, this is not useful. You will be developing your UIs in Jetpack Compose. But as of now, for this session, we are developing it in this XML file. So as I was saying, you can drag and drop, and here is our text view, and we want to display a happy birthday onto our app, guys. Okay. So guys, I'm not having any access to the comments. So let me see if you guys have any comments. Okay. Okay. i5 8th generation and 8 GB RAM. Yeah, I think it's enough. i5 8 generation, that will be enough to run an Android Studio. That's enough. Okay, so this is our happy birthday text view. So in the app, you saw it was positioned in the center. Okay, and we also want this text view to be in the center. So let's just you can center this text view with uh, this center in parent, and just set it to true, and uh, it will be centered into the screen. So in this case, your parent is the relative layout, and you are setting this inside this parent. So it is centered in parent, and there are a lot of attributes like this. So let me show you. You can just type Android, and you can see there are a lot of attributes. You can go around into the documentation and look what these individual attributes does, but we won't be doing that. Okay, so that was one of the attributes that was center in parent. Let's just say that you want to increase the text size of this text view. Then you can just type text, and a lot of options will be there in front of you. So text size, and let's just give the text size as 30 dp. So it's I think it's visible to the user. And let's say that you want this text view to be of red color. So you can just use this attribute text color, and you can use hex values in this code, guys. Okay, so as of now, let's just give this. And and yeah, you can have this color picker, and you can just select this. So you don't need to remember any hex values, and it's of red color. Okay, and it's in red color. You can also specify a lot of things, like let's just say appearance of the text. And no, not appearance. Let's just see what else can we do. Let's see the font weight. No, it's pretty useless. So you can play around with this, guys. I'm not diving deep, but you can also add a custom font. You can just search it online how to add a custom font. You just need to create a new folder, and create an Android resource directory as fonts, and you also need to select a resource type as font, and you can add a custom font. You know what? Let me give you a live demo of adding a custom font, guys. So just create a new font like this, and then you need to search it up on Google, the fonts. Okay, wait. All of your questions, guys, will be answered at the end. So wait, guys. We will be answering all of these questions. So as I was saying, related to font, so first of all, you need to go and find out a font. And if you want to find a font, then you can visit this website, Google Fonts. Let me share the Google Fonts window. Okay, and it's visible. So as I was saying about the Google Fonts, you if you want to select any different fonts apart from the inbuilt fonts, then you can just visit this website, and you have a lot of fonts. Okay, as you can see, you can just go around, and a lot of good fonts are there. So let's just say that we want this. Let's select one font, and okay, which one? Let's use this railway font. So just click on that font, and then you need to select one style, or you can just download the whole family. I mean, like the whole family of the fonts, but we will be selecting one of the styles from this font family. Let's just say we want this font. And after selecting the font, we are not developing any web app, or else you can just directly add this configuration into our HTML file. But we will be doing this in Android, so you need to download the all which you have selected, and after that a window will pop up to download a zip file. Okay, so I'm opening that font folder. Where is it? I can't find it. Okay, let's download that font folder again. Let's download this again, and it should be inside this documents. Okay, cool, it's inside the documents. Okay, so I think you can see my file explorer. It was saved inside the documents and inside this resources. So here we have the font family which was downloaded and it came in a zip file. You can just extract this zip folder, and on extracting it, you can see you have access to the font which we used. One thing you need to take care of is you can't just directly add this font directly to your app. You need to change the name, and everything should be lowercase. Okay, make sure everything is in lowercase, and I think we can do it now, or else Android Studio will reject it. All right, and after we have done it, now I think I need to share my whole screen now. Okay, okay, so as I was showing you, so we have this font, and we will be adding these fonts into our Android Studio. So what you can do is just drag and drop. You can just directly drag this. So selecting this two and directly dragging it into the font folder and just refactor it, guys. Okay, and here we have the font, the two fonts which we selected, and we want to use this font family onto our text view. So you can just specify font family, and you can see our font is there. Okay, but I think the font which we selected is pretty lightweight. Uh, we should have selected some other ones. Anyways, leave it. Yeah, I think it is here. Let's just select some dark font. Where is it? Here we go. Let's select this font. This will be visible. And again, extract this. Just rename. Or maybe you can add a font weight. I haven't checked that. No, you can't. I mean, let's just leave it for now because our time will be wasted. So let's keep it how it was before. Let's don't add this font family. So you guys have seen that how to add a custom font to this. Now let's move on to adding an image view. So now we want an image, as you saw in the app that a cupcake image was present. So whatever image you will be using, it will be inside your drawable folder. So I have already downloaded this image over here, and you can simply drag and drop it into your drawable folder and refactor it. Okay, the image is here, and let's add an image view. So this is an image view. Just you can drop it over here, or you can drop it inside this UI. But let's just drop it in this component tree, and then you can select whatever you want to load inside that image view. You can. So we want to load this cupcake, and okay, and it is just covering up the whole screen. So let's constrain this. We want this to be, let's just say, 300 dp will be enough for this, I guess. And as I was saying that, in relative layout, these views are, relative to each other. So we want this image view to be under the text view. Okay, so what you can do is below, and make sure you give these IDs a useful name. So make sure you use some useful naming convention. Let's use this birthday text, and it should be below this text of birthday. All right, and it should be a little bit onto the center. So you can just use center in parent property and set it as true. Now the center in parent doesn't looks good because our whole, it's not looking good. So let's do one thing. Let's make it a little bit different. Let's have a margin top as 50 dp, and or maybe something more, 100. And now let's keep this into the horizontal, and now I think it looks good. Let's also have a little bit margin over here of 50 dp, looks good. And so far it's looking good. Now we will be adding a button to play that sound effect. So you can select a button from over here, or you can add it into your add it from the code editor itself. I prefer to add it from the code editor, but if you are a beginner, then I think dragging it and dropping it is pretty useful. Now let's add a text over here, and text would be click me. Let's just say for a surprise. And we want this to be below the image view. So let's give this image view a good name. And we want this button to be below our image view. So you can just type below the cupcake, and we want this into the center, not in the parent, but into the horizontal, because center parent will, center this into in between of the screen inside the center, and we don't want that. Giving this a margin of 30 dp would be good enough. And also give this an ID. It's important to give this button an ID because we need a reference of this button inside our Kotlin file. So let's just see BT and play, and give it a 50 dp. Let's just keep it all good. And so far it's looking good. So that was all in the XML file. So in this way, you can develop UIs. You can play around. You can use linear layout to, align to arrange the things vertically. You can use linear layout for arranging the things horizontally. You can use a frame layout, table row, and whatever you want to use. The best is the constraint layout if you're developing some high level applications. Okay. So now let's move on to our main activity, and this is where you will be writing all of your main code for the UI. So whatever you want to do it on, okay, wait, let me just share the just the tab, or else the notifications will be popping again and again. It's pretty distractive, by the way. Okay, and I think you can see my screen. Yeah, it is visible. So as I was saying that whatever main logic you will be writing inside this main activity. So if you have some background in programming, then you know that we declare variables, right? In the same way, we do it in this also. So here we will be just doing some work inside our uh, button. So we will declare a variable for button. So let's do it. Late init var button of type button, or maybe we can do of type button. Okay, so we have declared a variable. What is late init? So if you don't know late init keyword, it is used if we want, you know that you will be using this, but not at this moment. Somewhere in the future you can use this late init keyword. And what is var and val? I think for those of you who haven't attended the previous session, so let me give you a little bit brief about this. In Kotlin, we have you can declare variables using two types, var and val. So whatever you will declare with val, it's permanent. You can't change it in the future. Okay. So if you have, let's just say val num is equals to 50, then you can't change this in the future. But if you have this var var name num as 50, then in the future you can change its value to be 60. So in Kotlin, we have two this main keywords var and val to declare the variables, and there are you can dive deep into the documentation of the Kotlin to read further on. Okay, so you have declared this button, but now you need to, you know, give this a reference to the main XML file, because this button is declared over here, but it doesn't know that where it is. You need to map this button inside this to the button inside this main activity. So the way you can do it is like let's just say the way you can do it is button find view by id and r dot id dot whatever id you have given to this button. So the id we gave was button play, and now your Kotlin code has a reference to that button. Now, how can you confirm that it has reference? So let's just do something on clicking of that button. So you want to play the music, but before that, let's log something onto our system, onto our terminal. So the way you can do it is you can set on click listeners on that button. Okay, and not even on that button, you can set on click listeners or anything. Even if you want to set an on click listener, on click listener means you want to do something on that click, then you can set it on anything. You can set it on relative layout, you can set it on any view. Okay, so here we want to do something on button. So btn dot set on click listener, and this will do our job. This will do whatever you will say. Okay, so let's log it. As I was saying, let's log first of all to the screen, to the terminal, I mean. And you need to add a tag. Now I will show you what is the importance of adding the tag. So let's add the tag as main activity as of now, or maybe some useful name um, on tap. And let's add a message as button was clicked. Okay, this will print this into the terminal. Where it will be shown, it will be shown inside this logcat. What is the use of the logcat, guys? It will be useful to debug errors into your application. All right, so now let me open up my phone. And one thing that you need to enable in your phone is developer options. You should be enabling the USB debugging, or else Android Studio won't detect your Android device over here. Or you can create an emulator, but again, as I told you, you need to have a very good system for that. So it's useful if you use your own device. So I'm running it on my own device, and I think now I need to share again my whole screen, or else you won't be able to see the app. Okay, let me run it and share it later on. So to run an app, you can just select. You saw the green symbol, right? This green triangle-like symbol. You can use that to run the application, and it's running. It's running. It will sync the all of the files which you created. And if you guys have any doubts, you can drop in the chat section. I will be answering them. Okay, this is the issue. I don't know, but this issue will come. This issue is coming nowadays, and to solve this, I need to check out. To solve this, you need to add few lines of code into your build.gradle file. I haven't told you what is build.gradle file, so it's a pretty simple file. Whatever external libraries you will be using in your app, you will first need to enter the library over here. So let's just say that you want a circular image view in your application, but you don't want to uh, develop a custom circular image view inside your UI. So what you will be doing is you will be going on into the internet. Okay, how to learn Kotlin language? I will share with you the resources at the end, and I will tell you some of the best resources available on the internet to basically learn Kotlin language, and you can further learn Android also. Okay, so here we were solving this issue, and it is coming. This issue is coming nowadays. So let's just search it. Okay, let me not directly paste the solution. So you can just search it like this. If you face any issue in the future, you can just copy this issue, and let me share the browser. By the way, it's pretty heavy software. Okay, if you are running Chrome browser and Android Studio, then your system will lag up a lot if you don't have a good system. Right, I think my screen is visible. So as I told you that we copied the error and then just simply paste the error inside the Google, guys. Okay, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to ask anyone. Just copy the error and paste it inside the Google, and just find the first link that is mentioned onto the Google, and that will be of the Stack Overflow. Right, and I'm damn sure that whatever issue you will be facing won't be any new issue, but you can see that people have suggested some solution, but I think this solution did work for me previously also. So let me just you can just directly copy paste that, but I have already built a sample project and I have already solved that issue. So I will paste the solution from there. Okay. Okay, here it is. So the solution is to paste this line. You can see it is mentioned on the Stack Overflow that if you will paste this line configurations.all resolution strategy, it will solve the error. And sometimes even you don't know the reason of the error. So you can do this, but my suggestion is whatever you paste it, just paste it by understanding it. Because if in the future someone asks you what is that, then you will you will get into some trouble answering those questions. So just paste this line configuration.all, which we saw inside the Stack Overflow, and then just sync the project. And let's try to build this again. So this will be built it again. So by the time it is building, okay, it is built successful. So let's try to run it again, and I hope that it will run this time, or else I don't know. We need to find. Oh no, we ran into an error. Now let's just find it, because we need to solve this error, because this error is a pretty unknown. Like I'm facing this error from the past few days, and if we didn't find this error, then I will just switch the project, because this project of happy birthday is already developed into another file. So we will switch into that if we are not able to solve this error as of now. Otherwise, the session of 1 hour will extend to 2 hours if we will keep on solving this error. Okay, let's see what solutions can we find. One of the thing that we can do is decrease the number of this, because this error is causing. I read somewhere online that this error, you can just see it, right? It is greater than the compiled SDK version. So it is a little bit somewhere related to the dependencies, I hope. And yeah, it was successful. I told you, right? The error was something related to the dependency which was causing this error. Don't use a new one, because or else you will face some errors like this. Decrease the number of the decrease the version, and I think you won't be facing that error. So now let's run our app again. All right, I think it's visible. Yeah, it is visible. So let's run this app, and this was the previously shown app. I'm exiting the app, and yeah, we got the error again. That was not resolved. Let's see what can we do. It is still showing that error. Let's try to decrease the. Let's try to decrease some version. Okay, it is good, good, good. Specific version. Let's give 4.00. I think it will be some new version will be available. Gradle build failed. Now we need to close this Android Studio. It won't be running again. Okay, this type of unknown errors can occur anytime. Let's try to build it again now. I hope it will run this time, or else we will just switch the project, guys, because this error is pretty unknown. This is causing on my system from the past few days, and it is running, and it is again the minimum specified version. It is something related to the version, the dependencies. No, I don't think so. There is anything. Let's just switch out the project, because this is a pretty unknown error. I should have taken care of this. but it just pops out of nowhere. So we will just switch on to the project which I have already developed previously, which you saw. And this is running, by the way. It's the same screen, it's the same project. So as you can see, it's the happy birthday. It was just a click me, but we will just write uh, click me no. Yeah, click me for a surprise. And I think, yeah, it's pretty good. And as I was saying, you don't need a text view. In the previous one, we had already declared a button. Now you will be wondering, is it still building or what? Let's build this again. So by the time it builds, I can explain the code. So in the previous one, we have already wrote the code for the button, and we have given it an ID. The ID in this project would be roll dice button. Yeah, this was roll dice button. In the file which we wrote, it's play me. You can just whatever you write, just give a reasonable name, not like this. And we don't need text view over here, so I think I will remove it. It's lagging. System is lagging. This building takes time, a lot of time. That's why it is recommended to have a system with good specifications, or else your half of the time will be gone in just this Gradle build running. I hope that it doesn't takes a lot of time. Till now, let's try to find out if we find anything. If we find anything, uh, if we can solve this, let's try to solve it. It's finished. Unresolved text view. Let's just remove it if it's unresolved and it's gone. So it was detect. Let's give this a reasonable name, PTN play, and it will be giving us error. So we can just map this to BTN play. And to play the song, we need a media player. And Android has already an inbuilt class for media player. So whatever you need, for example, right now you need a media player. But if in the future you will be needing some classes related to, uh, let's just say you want to do some background processing, then you can just search background processing Android. And I think the first one which will be is the official Android documentation, and you can just visit this. And there all the documentations given by them are pretty good, so you can just read and implement this. Okay, but over here we need a media player, and media player will be responsible to play our music. So first of all, we need to instantiate the media player, and we do this by media player dot create and passing in the context. Now, what is the context? Context is referring to the current state of your wherever you are and what you want to do. So it just refers to that, like we are inside this main activity, so it is referring to this. And you need to pass in the happy birthday file. Now I haven't shown you how to add that, so you can just simply switch to this project view, create a new folder raw, and I have already created it, and just add in the mp3 file player which you want to add. Okay, which you want to whatever music you want to add, and you can just specify this. And then here we are writing a simple logic, setting up a on click listener on the button, that if the music is playing, then we will pause it for a second. We will just reset it to 0. Or else if the music is not playing, then we will just start playing the music. Just ignore this. Okay, and that's a pretty simple logic which will help you to play music. Okay, So now let's run this, and even this is giving an error and it's gone as of now. Let's run this and see if it is able to run. It will open up the same. Let's close this and open this again. Let's try to solve this, by the way. Let's see if we are able to solve this or not. I think here is my screen, and as soon as the Gradle build will be finished doing his task, we got that error again or what? No, it's still running. As soon as it will finish it, the app will be shown. Yes, the build is finished, and whenever the build will be finished, it will show. If you won't be having any errors, then it will show you zero errors. If you'll be having zero any errors, then it will show you. And the app is launched, and if you will click on that button, it will play the sound. Uh, you can listen it, and on clicking it again, it will pause it. Now we want to implement this same functionality in this one, but this error came out of nowhere, and yeah, this error came out of nowhere and messed up this whole project. Or else we could have easily seen it live. Even if I show you, then you need a media player, as I shown you, and you need to initialize this media player dot create, pass in the context, and pass in the music file. So how you can do it, just switch to this project view, app, not the libraries, app, source, main, resources, and create a new folder under this resources directory. Creator or directory, drag in your whatever music. For example, we want to drag in this, refactor it, and here it is. Just pass in that r dot, not this, r dot raw dot happy birthday. And if they if the music is playing, then just pause it and set it just to zero. Or if the music was not playing, then just simply start, and this will do your job. This was a pretty simple logic. If you will run this application, it will run, but we are getting this error out of nowhere. So, but still our purpose is completed of building this application. So I think, yeah, that's pretty much it from my side. And let me add, that's pretty much it from my side, guys. So if you guys have any doubts, you can just, okay, you just gave button the address, but you didn't give the music. I shown you, right? You need to, how the music or song will be played. I showed you that you need to create a directory called as raw, and you will be adding that music to the raw folder, and then from there you can take the reference r.raw whatever music file you have. In this way, you can get the reference to the music which we added. You can also get reference to more things like this. You can search it up online. So apart from this, do you guys have any questions? How to learn Kotlin? Okay, so I told you to share the resources, and let me show you live what resources can you can refer. So I'm pretty much sorry for that error, because that error was completely unexceptional. I should have expected that error, but I'm facing that error from the past few days, and as of now I haven't found a useful solution. So that's why it just messed up the whole project. But if you will follow this logic, then you should be able to on running that application it should work perfectly. Okay. So as I was saying, I will share some resources. So now let me show you some few resources, some good resources which you can refer to learn Android and Kotlin language. Okay, so let's answer this: how to learn Kotlin language and Android in more depth. And these resources, I think these are the best which you can find. Like according to me, these are the best resources which I have found. So as you can see on the screen, on typing Android, you do get a lot of videos. But the problem with these videos is, guys, some of these videos are in Java. Okay, and you don't want to learn in Java. So the first channel which I will recommend you is Coding in Flow. And believe me, this is the best channel according to me. And this and another channel. This is the best channel which you can refer for Android app development. So the guy who was asking how to learn Kotlin language, just visit this channel, and I think he has a really wonderful playlist, Kotlin course for beginners. So you can refer this. And apart from this, let me tell you one another channel which is as useful as this channel, and that is Philip Philip Lackner. Okay. This guy is also the best for, if you want to refer anything related to Android, if you want to learn advanced Android from basic to advanced, you can refer to this guy. This guy is also having a course on Kotlin. So Kotlin newbie to pro, you can refer to this playlist to learn Kotlin from scratch. And after learning that, you can refer to this playlist for whatever I told you in short about the views. This guy has shown everything in detail. And Jetpack Compose is recently launched, which help you to create UI using Kotlin only. So you can also learn Jetpack Compose over here, and a lot of things are there. You can learn some advanced concepts. This guy has also taught some of the best architectures you can use in your app to create Android apps. This uh, this channel Coding in Flow, and this channel Philip Lackner. Apart from this, there are 2 to 3 good channels like Easy Code. You can also refer to this channel for learning Android app development. This is also a pretty good channel. This guy has also taught, I think, Kotlin tutorial. Yeah, you can find Kotlin, and he has also taught Android architecture, so you can learn MVVM. Apart from this, you can refer to this channel, Simplified Coding. This is also a really good channel for learning Android app development. And these were the 4 best channels according to me. And you can refer to one more channel, that is the official channel of Android team, that's Android developers. So whatever it's launched in the Android world, first of all it will be shown onto this. Okay, you can refer this channel. You can view their old talks, because they are also very useful. When they launched something, they do understand a lot of things, so you can refer this. And if you want to learn something more, like if you don't want to watch videos but you want to learn from text by reading, then you can refer to the documentation, the official documentation. So here it is, the official documentation of the Android, which you can refer to learn anything in Android. So if you are clueless that how should I implement this stuff, you can just visit this documentation, and they are having literally everything that you need. For example, you need something related to audio and video, you can refer this. You need something related to animation, you can read this. You need permissions, background, whatever you want to do, you can just learn it by referring to this. They have a lot of articles. And yeah, if you will search it on Google, then you will also find some more, like MindOrcs is one of those, which is also great for learning Android app development. Their articles are also great. So you can use these resources to learn this. That was pretty much from my side, guys. Okay, wait. Was the screen visible the whole time or not? I think as it was in incognito, it wasn't visible. Okay, but I think you heard the channel names. I'm really sorry that it was in incognito mode. That's why it wasn't shown. But I think let me just drop in the channel links so you can directly refer to those in the comment section. So one is this one. That's Android developers, the official channel. Let me just do it in the it. Okay, it was visible. Okay, that's pretty much cool. That link, which link, by the way? Yeah, let's take this tab and okay, this was the one. This is the official channel of Android. Whatever they will be launching, whatever feature, whatever changes, it will be, you can check out this channel through here. The another one which I told is coding and flow. Just refer to these 2 to 3 channels to learn everything, and I guarantee you that you don't need to approach anyone that hey, taught me this or taught me that, because these channels are more than enough to learn everything in Android. One was Coding in Flow and another is Philip Lackner. Personally, I use Coding in Flow and Philip Lackner, both of this channel simultaneously to learn anything new in Android, and they are more than enough to learn the concepts in Android. So that was it from my side, guys. So if you have some doubts, then we are having a session tomorrow, and we will discuss few more things related to Android. And I will make sure that we don't get the error which we got today. And if I find any solution, then I will tell you how to resolve those solutions. So do you guys related to RSVP rewards? I think I will tell you tomorrow related to RSVP rewards. And for those who attended to this session and those who also attended the previous session, they will be definitely getting certificates. Condition two, if you attend the yesterday session also. So yeah, that was it, guys. Do you guys have any more question? Okay, so I think RSVP, it is here. If you want to know, RSVP is useful for getting certificates of participants or get chance to eligible for getting discounts on Google Android paid examination. So that was the use of RSVP. Let me just drop in the comment section. As I was lead previous year, so I don't know what is RSVP rewards. I'm an Android facilitator, and I think leads have good information about this. So this was RSVP rewards, but still I will confirm and tell you tomorrow what is it used for, or you can just DM me to know. So do you guys have any more questions? We will do one session again tomorrow where we will be discussing about networking in Android. And yeah, that was it, guys. Do you guys have any more questions? First lecture was, yeah, I think you are from GSAT. So first lecture was cancelled. Actually, it was electricity problem from my side, so first lecture was cancelled. What you can do is just it wasn't too much in the first lecture. You can whatever links I have given you, either you can refer coding in flow, or you can refer Philip Lackner or cheesy code to learn Kotlin, because in the first lecture we just discussed some concepts of the Kotlin and nothing more. So you can refer to this channel for learning those. I think they can teach better than me, a lot better than me. So you can just refer them for learning that. And yeah, I think in tomorrow's session you will be needing a little bit knowledge of Kotlin. So if you learn those things, if you learn a little bit of Kotlin about oops concepts in Kotlin, then it will be pretty good. Anything else? certificate and rewards, yeah, I think it can be used, but still I will confirm it. Or you can ask your DSC lead; he will tell you more about this because they know better this. I think. Wait, let me. Okay, so let me add him. So I think Darp will be a lot more able to answer this question related to this.
Yeah, you will be getting certificate after the completion of a course or participate on all three events which we are organized. And
For more
rewards are
information, you can. Yeah,
the rewards are in the are is Google Android is organizing exam. In exam, you will be getting up to 80% discount if you complete the course which we send you at the start of the this course. So that's it.
do you have any? You can reach out to him for more information. He will guide you. So if you have any more question, then you can drop in. We will be live for more 5 minutes, and then we will meet tomorrow. So we do have another session tomorrow where we will discuss about networking or maybe few Android architectures that you can use to make your app structure better. And I will make sure that whatever that we don't face the error which we face today tomorrow, because that is pretty unknown error to me as well from the past 3 to 4 days, and even I don't have any idea why this error is popping out of nowhere. So I need to find a solution, and I will definitely share with you whatever solution I get. Do you guys have any more questions? So I think if you don't have any question, then we can end this stream, and we will meet tomorrow, guys, with a new session on Android, guys. All right, thank you guys for joining us, and we will meet you in tomorrow's session on networking on Android.